Growth mindset is about the way we view challenges, setbacks, failure, and the unknown. And I think next is how we convert those into opportunities. How do we learn from it, and perhaps I think becoming a greater person out of those. Personally, for me, there might be 5 or 6 things that I think perhaps I think I learned the hard way. But the characteristic for me is more about the ability to continuously learning, self-belief in our capabilities, but at the same time, acknowledgement that we need to deliver results and a great performance. I think it is important as well that we build our abilities and competency. Another thing that I like is more action, less words, and our ability to convert challenges into opportunities. Very important to start with understanding our current view of life and perhaps problems. And within ourselves, we have to tell ourselves whether with that current view of life, how far it push us into the next future, whether it is enough and whether we need to pivot it or not. So for me, self-realization will be key, and I think once we realize that, we'll be surprised on how easy we can actually onboard or embrace whatever characteristic that I mentioned earlier to have a growth mindset. Well, it is very important to have a set of goals, a set of targets. When we first graduated, if I were to look back on what I learned, I think don't be too fixated on that in the first 5 years. It is important that we manage and balance our expectation against the company expectation. But what's more important is to focus on building ourselves. It is very important that we invest more in ourselves, invest more in the problems for us to solve so that we learn more from it. Invest more in connecting with new people, building our circle. And for me, if there's one last advice, this is one of the life motto that I keep reminding myself. I think the day we become humble is the day we become successful.